It's going to be a very low key, kind of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I actually enjoy doing this.
I do too.
The setup is horrible though.
It's not that bad.
So
It's
this
just a
is
little crowded.
very much so. This is a New Year thing. Um, we wanted to get here and talk about our goals. We're obviously not going to be on here um, until the ball drops on New Year's Day in the United States. But as you can see behind us, Greece is about to get a Happy New Year in 1 minute. So that's exciting. It's going to be 2021 somewhere in the world. That kind of, it's like that saying, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Is literally 5 o'clock somewhere. So, so at 5 o'clock now, Greece will be having their New Year, and 2021 will start early for them.
I mean,
So
I'm
in
pretty sure that it's already
30,
2021 in China.
oh yeah, it's definitely 2021 in China. Um, we have this nice little cool screen behind us. That's giving us all of our countdowns all around the world. And in 20 seconds, Greece will have their shot at success. Their first shot at success? Because 2020 was bad for everybody, I
Oh,
think.
I was like, are you shooting against Greece?
Oh, no, no, no.
Because I want to visit there
I
one
would
day.
love it. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
Happy New Year! Woo! Okay, all right. Now that that's over.
That's
Happy New
just the
Year.
preemptive one for us too.
Happy New Year. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be asleep. I'm probably gonna be asleep.
What? You're not going to try and stay up with me?
You won't stay up for you.
Who knows? Maybe I'll just take a nap.
You'll be asleep by 7 o'clock.
7?
Or you'll be falling asleep by 7.
That's 2 hours from now.
Oh, well, did I hear the computer do something? I thought I heard something. I'm going to eat. I'm hungry.
I already ate, so I'm saving those for you.
I am going to move the microphone because this is not an ASMR. Alyssa, talk to us. Tell us.
What are your goals for the 2021?
I just said that I am not going to eat. I'm going to,
Not going to eat?
I'm not
Yep.
going to speak
Mhm.
because I'm going to eat. We got to add.
All right. I can't even remember. What were my goals for last year?
I don't know.
It was
You didn't have any.
try to learn Spanish. Miserably failing at that. So are you.
Learning Spanish wasn't 2021 goal.
No, but it was one that we were trying to work towards. I mean, we do only have one more year. I don't think that we're going to make it.
I told you, the only way we're going to learn is to just get dropped off in the middle of Mexico and try to figure out our way back home.
We'll get a lot of, ¿Dónde está el baño?
And I still can't roll my R, so they're going to look at me like I'm trash anyway.
I just can't be apart from you. You might get locked up somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, you'll fit in.
Everyone thinks I'm just white.
They'll know.
No. No, they won't. What else were my goals? I just wanted to focus on being happy, I think. I should have really looked at our New Year's episode last year before we recorded this.
Did we have one?
We had it on New Year's Eve, remember?
You wasn't in it.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Our setup ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. It's not. It's cool. It's cool though. It's we make it the best that we possibly can. Y'all see we got we in the way, but we got 6 hours and 48 minutes as of the time of this recording. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. The chair is all in the way, but it's cool though. It's cool.
You can read it.
6 hours and 47 minutes of we have on the East Coast till we get a New Year's send off. That's probably gonna sound great in the at it, but sorry, future self. Um, yeah. So the one of the goals last year, my goals was to make sure that the Dirty Trump podcast gets a the attention that it deserves, that we could continue doing what we were doing and go on until the next new year. I think last year on this day, at this time, we were just getting off of work and we were setting up for episode 3.
Either 3 or 4. I
It
can't
was,
remember.
yeah. We were setting up for that, for like one of the first episodes of the Dirty Trump podcast, where we were bringing in the new year. Like we waited until we were dog tired. We waited until 11:15 to start recording, and we got on live for about an hour, and then we finished out the episode with the ball drop, and we did that. It was a fun time,
It was.
and I had no idea that from that moment that we would come this far.
No?
No.
I thought we would.
So that's why, and that's
It's
why,
definitely changed, but
right, right. And that's why I said, like, I agreed with Courtney, but I was like, wait, shouldn't we always plan for things to happen? Like, I should always just, like, have goals, right? But when you think about it, she's right. Like, we never planned for the Dirty Trunk to, like, we was just like, all right, we just gonna go with the flow and just record what we can record. But we never planned on making a plan.
yeah, that's fair.
Like, we were just like, all right, we want to do the Dirty Trunk podcast, and that's what we gonna do. So we gonna get in the studio, we gonna make it happen. Then all of a sudden, we started doing the Dirty Trunk podcast. It started growing on us. We ended up with a whole another sister podcast along with
Brother podcast?
brother podcast, sister podcast. I don't know. Herbsurdity. We ended up with that that is recorded in the studio. More people are part of the team, and I never really saw that coming.
Yeah.
I was just like, because even when Marcus, like, when he brought it up to me, I was just like, I don't know about that. And, I'm always skeptical about things. So, yeah, it was very, very unique, very fun to go through that. And, all of the growth that happened
Yeah.
just it can't be matched.
I think that it's awesome, the number of people and the different personalities that we have, and just all of what we can learn from each other. I mean, even the conversation with us and Herb. I mean, just the amounts of growth that we can all have, or
Yeah.
the things that we can.
Yeah, so I became a writer again. I've been a writer for the last 10 years, but this year the goal of writing just hit me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm finishing a book. And then I ended up finishing 2, which was...
And now working on the 3rd.
And now working on the 3rd, which now I have a deadline of January 30th. So, it's we already starting 2021 off with a very, uphill. I don't know. I don't know the terminology. It's getting weird out here, man. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. But
We're getting a good motion going.
yeah. If you look back at our content, you probably noticed that I can actually sit back and listen to other people talk now, because all the people around me are starting to actually speak, which is amazing. Alyssa is saying a lot more now. She probably won't say much on this video, though.
I'm saying stuff, jerk. Whatever.
So,
give me no credit.
What are your goals for this year?
I'm currently working on finding my passion. Hopefully we'll be buying a house in...
Hopefully. You have some doubts?
I mean, hopefully we will. I'm sure we will.
You have doubts? That sounded doubtful.
I just don't... I would hope so.
Still sounded doubtful. All right.
I hate to put all my eggs in one basket.
And what basket is that? Finding a house?
Yeah, like what happens if we don't get approved for financing?
More on belief later. Anyway, what are your other goals?
I honestly haven't put much thought into it. Just feeling lost with not being able to know what my passion is has been really drawing on me. Um,
She doesn't have a vehicle, is what she means. She has a passion. She's passionate about changing the world. I'll help her out here. She's a a um, a genius level trendsetter
trendsetter.
that hasn't set the trend yet. I would say I would go as far as to say that you are a trendsetter. The philanthropy thing, that you are the what this generation would call a peace bringer.
Yeah, in a world full of war.
Yeah, yeah. So you just need the vehicle.
That is an uphill battle.
Nah, I can see that. I understand. You just need to get out of your shell.
Hmm, I think you help.
You think so?
I do.
Good, good. I'm glad that I can help. I don't feel helpful most of the time. I feel like I'm in the way, and I feel like I push people into the wrong direction, usually towards anger, because people usually get mad that I try to motivate them and inspire them.
I don't.
Kinda.
Just what motivates me doesn't motivate you the same way.
Nah. I'm motivated by anger,
Yeah, I'm not.
and I can turn it into a positive spin.
Yeah, I'm not.
You can't turn anger into positivity?
I mean, I can diffuse things.
That's where my competitive nature comes from. When I get angry at something, I'm just like, all right, bet. So, let's go. You said I can't do this? I got it. I got you. I got you. Let's do it.
I believe in positivity.
I mean, positivity don't push you, though.
People can encourage others.
People can encourage others, but what happens in a world where people are trying to break you down all the time?
Then I have you to encourage me and me to encourage you. And that just means that we're not around the right people if that's not the case.
Well, I would love to always have people who trying to put their foot on my neck around me at all times to keep me motivated. I'm perfectly fine with that. If I can have my family, my close knit group, I'm all right with that. If I can have the people around me that inspire me to do more, like the ones who say that, man, you can't do that. You can't write no 70 something books in your career, man. What's wrong with you? I bet. Watch me. That don't You don't get inspired when people try to bring you down.
I mean, every now and then, but it's not.
I guess
Maybe
especially
it's like a military thing.
especially at work. No, I was like that before the military. Like I've always been that one that if someone says something to me or say that I can't do something, I'm just like challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. You said I can't? All right, I got you. I got you. Watch this. Watch this. I've always been the watch this kind of dude.
You would.
I mean, I am.
Back onto a more positive note.
That
Definitely
was
learning Spanish
positive.
is one of my goals.
How was that negative?
No reason.
I think positive motivation is. I think motivation in general is positive, no matter where it
Not
comes
if it's
from.
someone telling you that you can't do something.
But that's the world that we live in.
It doesn't have to be.
It don't. But while it is, I'm not going to let it destroy me. I'm just going to use
I
it as
don't either.
fuel. I just use it as fuel. I don't get indifferent about it, especially if there's no internal motivators. You should use everything external as a motivator, right?
No.
No?
You have to motivate yourself too.
What? All right, yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's me motivating myself. But you just called it negative. How does that work?
You just said that you're using external forces to motivate you.
Because they're coming. My internal forces are good. I'm good on my own. I can sit in the house and write all day if I want to. I'm motivated to write. I hate writing. I'm motivated to write. I love my stories though, but I hate writing. I hate writing. I love my stories though. I want to see them done. I want to see them finished.
And in movie form.
And in movie form, that would be awesome. I would love for
And
somebody
book
to
sets and
box sets and all that other stuff like that. I would love for somebody to go to the store and be like, I want to buy all all of those movies.
Yeah. Except for that one time that you were working on two at once.
Stop. Mind your business.
You are my business.
Mm,
I'm not.
mind your business.
I'm not. Mm-hmm.
I love you too. I was not writing two books at one time. What two books was I writing at one time?
You were coming up with ideas for the second prequel.
Yeah.
And writing the book for the first one.
No, I came up with the ideas for all of them at the same time. I wrote, because remember I wrote an outline for each book, all 10 books, to kind of see where the story was going to go. I didn't write.
You wrote a paragraph.
I did not.
You did.
I did not. That was not. That didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
She's lying.
Uh-huh.
She's lying. That didn't happen. That didn't. New Year's, man. New Year's. The end of 2020.
Thank God.
The year, bad luck for everybody. 2021 is dangerously approaching us, and
in welcome arms.
And yeah, and we just wanted to start a new tradition. One of the things that I wanted to do in my lifetime is have a family worth having traditions with. And it wasn't until I met Alyssa, and this is all me saying for the second time, so it just sound kind of sounding disingenuous at this point. Mm. but I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to you instead, and that might make it better. That will make it better, actually. I'll just make sure that the microphone hear me.
Will it now?
Yeah, actually, it would. When I would definitely say that since you've been in my life, I've been wanting more and more to actually have a real life. And what I mean by that is that I spent most of the majority of my life working. Mm-hmm. And that definitely it's definitely changed, because now I see I have more to work for and more to pay attention to. So I adore how much you're into traditions when it comes to your family. Mm-hmm. And how much love you have for your family members, and I've always wanted to have that in my life. So with that being said, I just want to have traditions like and things that my family does, and not necessarily like everybody else's family, because I do plan on having a growing family of my own one day, and I just this is something that we talked about. I can't speak for you, so.
Are you planning on having kids with somebody else
No.
that I need to know about?
The Phoenix.
Shut up.
But yeah, I wanted to create a tradition for us, just us, you, me, and our family. But at the same time, it's like one of those things where I'm an influencer, so I want to have that tradition that the world can follow along with. So this is me just wanting to spread that same tradition along with everybody else. What I want to do is, like, from here on out, always record us talking about our goals and just reflecting on the past year. And once we reflect on the past year, we talk about our goals for the upcoming year, and yeah, and I just want to share that information, share that with you guys, as well as, like, once our lives progress, and as we go throughout the years, I want to do this every single year, and show people that if you put your mind to your goals, then you can make a lot of things happen, because there's a lot of things that we did this year that I didn't necessarily think was going to happen.
Right.
And that conversation was sparked up by Coco, because she told me recently that she was like, I don't really want to make any goals for 2021, and I'm like, what? And she was like, hey, because you think about it, I did a whole lot this year, and I ain't planning on doing none of that. And I was like, our background is loading. That's fine. But she was
2020.
She was just like, she was like, she was like, I did a lot this year, and I didn't really plan on doing none of that. And I was like, she's right.
Mhm.
She did do a lot. She got a promotion. Her and Marcus are building their finances. They're raising a kid together,
Mhm.
planning their futures and all that. And I'm proud of them. And,
Yeah.
I'm glad to have them as a part of our extended family. But, when she said that, I'm like, yo, I've always been the planner. So,
Mhm.
I can't necessarily say that I, agree with it. But there are some things that we did that we didn't plan for.
No.
Like we at the beginning of this year, we didn't necessarily plan on doing real estate, but
Yeah.
but
Or at least not that soon.
right. Because it's been something that we talked about it before. It was something that has always been in the back of our minds before we even met each other.
Mhm.
But it just was one of those things where it's like, yeah, let's do real estate, and it's like, yeah, all right, we doing that. Moving out of this apartment, or just being ready and willing to move out of this apartment. Us moving in together.
Mhm.
That I didn't think that was going to happen anytime soon. I was like, you know what? Maybe that's just a folklore type of dream. I don't know.
Folklore type dream.
I don't know. It's like urban legend. It's like she said she's moving in. I don't know. It's just urban legend. I don't know. But excuse me. Uh, we were eating on the last time we recorded this, so
We're human. Sorry.
transparency. Yeah. So what are some things that happened this year to you that you feel like you weren't prepared for, or that you wanted to happen, or something that you planned on doing but you didn't necessarily see it coming?
Um, I was not anticipating moving in that fast. Um, but it was good because I think that was one of those things that we tried to put out there for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and that we just didn't know how it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it did finally.
Yeah.
And just looking into buying the house
Mm-hmm.
in April, like that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to hit rock bottom with trying to figure out that I'm lost in life.
Mm.
Um, and that I really don't know what my passion is. That was kind of hard for me. And just kind of being set to stew in my own thoughts a lot of this year. Just with you being on nights and me just working and working and working and not getting anywhere in life with it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that was tough.
No. No, we're not doing that today. We not crying today. No.
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 Nope. So 2021, hopefully it'll come with a lot more clarity in terms of why I'm on the earth. Because right now I got nothing.
Come on, that's not true. You got a lot.
I got you. I got
And you
my
got
family.
and you got the Phoenix.
Yeah, she's slumbering.
She'll wake up soon. We just need to put some chocolate out for her. Can birds eat chocolate?
No.
Okay. Birds can't eat chocolate. We got to find the Phoenix something else to use. The Phoenix is Alyssa's alter ego. Because it seems like every time anybody tries to count her out, she kind of bounces back like stronger than she's ever come before. She's having a bit of trouble this time around, but she'll get there.
Yeah.
She'll get there. She's working, and I'm proud of you too. I'm very proud of you. It takes a strong individual to self-reflect.
Yeah.
It takes a strong individual to self-assess, because most people don't self-assess. Most people, you'll see, I won't self-assess. Um, yeah, like she said, we're moving out this apartment soon. Our lease is up in 3 months. Um, that conversation started off as fantasy at one point. I never thought that I would be buying a house, but here we are talking 3 months down the line, and I'm already talking to financiers and banks and stuff, and we got realtors lined up ready to talk to, contractors. We have a pretty much a team that's not our team that are ready to help us whenever we're ready to start. So that's also a good thing, and very exciting.
Yeah.
Um, Alyssa has definitely put in a lot of work networking with those people to ensure that we had the right people around us. And but
Mm-hmm.
once again, I will bring it back around to having those good people around you. Um, One of my biggest goals this year is to make sure that I continuously grow my circle to have more influence in my circle,
Mm-hmm.
people of affluence in my circle. Um, Not necessarily the people who are going to just roll over and wag their tails whenever I say something to them. Whenever I have an idea, the bunch of yes men who just say, yeah, 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 let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sounds good. Do that. You know, because well, a lot of people they're like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're waiting for you to finish talking so they can talk and tell you what they're thinking and not
Yeah.
necessarily care about what you're saying most of the time. So I want to have more people around who can give more insight and people that I can seek counsel with. So people like Alyssa, and she's the boss for the most part. If I say something and it's wrong, she got me. She got me. We just like I said, this is the second time us recording this. She corrected me at least 4 times on the last video before 20 minutes went up. Before we wished the Germany a happy new year, she was already like Grammarly with the grammar. Anyway, um, so obviously your goal for 2021 is to get more clarity in yourself.
Yeah.
And what else?
I definitely want to try and find more of a balance uh between work and work outside of work.
Mm, yeah.
Um Without losing time with family or with you or my own time away from things that involve heavy mental use. Um of course buying the house.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and put more of an effort in for learning Spanish
Mm,
because I'm fairly sure that at least 75% of what I had learned at the beginning of the year is probably now out of my mind because I haven't put it into use.
you'd be surprised.
I know that there was some things that I struggled with even when I was practicing it every day. Yeah.
I just know that I listened to a Spanish conversation and was like, I understood like 80% of that. Don't know how to respond to it though.
See, that was how I was even before I started studying it because a lot of the words seems familiar. So I can usually follow conversations, but I can't say anything.
Mm, okay. Okay. Well, give yourself less credit. Got you. Dope. Don't stop being abusive.
It's supposed to be a buffalo.
um,
What about you?
my goals. So I never thought that this year would be a year where I would become a legitimate author.
I did.
I didn't. Like 28. I remember 2019. Like closing out 2019, and I was just like kind of playing around with the idea, and I thought I was going to end up being a like a novelist. I get not a novelist, but a like a graphic designer and like draw all of my stuff. And I never knew. Like I never thought that I would actually be in the process of writing and publishing a book. Like it always seemed like a daunting thing at one point to um to uh to publish a book.
Mm-hmm.
Like it always seemed like a daunting thing. But I've always dreamed of having my name just on a book.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always dreamed of that. Like that's always been something that I wanted to do. So when I made a decision when I made the decision to write the novel, like it's been 10 years since I decided to start. Well, it'll be 11 years now in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
or summer 2021. It'll be 11 years since I started writing the same story arc. Like, and it's been in my mind for that long. So if you have something on your mind for that long, obviously it's not leaving. So it was something that I definitely needed to go back to. But after starting so many things in the year 2020, kind of cutting back from the things that I started and going into writing was a bit of a challenge, and I didn't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see it coming because I was like, yeah, we're going to be doing a podcast forever, which we've been doing the podcast once a week since February. So it's definitely been a bit of a learning curve for me, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the podcast coming to where it is now. I didn't like it. I knew that Marcus and I had what it took um to be consistent when it came to the podcast, but I never knew that it would come this far.
Yeah.
I didn't think that we would have what it takes to uh to do the things that we've done and accomplish the things that we've accomplished so far when it comes to the podcast, all the growth that we've been able to come by. And even if we don't have like the largest of audiences,
Mm-hmm.
like even though we don't have the largest of audience, we're authentic, we're
Mm-hmm.
real, and we use it for growth,
Mm-hmm.
and we use it to spread growth. And that's something that I've always wanted in a platform of mine, like just being able to help people achieve a higher level of thought, just growing in general, and just
Mm-hmm.
like expanding your mindset, because you guys know that the Ascension brand, the Ascension Star, that's what it's all about, is just being better than you were yesterday. And that's what I want to inspire. And that's what the Dirty Trunk podcast has been doing um, since last year around this time.
Yep.
We started off on this day last year, getting off
Officially.
of work. Not well, we didn't.
There was those pre-recorded episodes.
Mm, we recorded all of those like once we started. Are you talking about the ones with the before we got
Uh-huh.
the new mixer and all that other stuff like
Yeah.
that? Well, I mean, it was still official, even though it sounded like trash, but it was still official. How rude! It sounded like trash, but we were still official. It sounded
I
like.
meant like that was not the first episode, was that live one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't saying that, but last year on this day actually, we were getting off of work and we set up to do a live stream on Facebook where Marcus and I talked about our goals, and I want to be able to talk about that tomorrow with on the Dirty Trunk podcast, where we reflect on the goals that we had last year. And I didn't think that it was going to, look, it was like one of those pipe dream kind of things where it's like, you gonna do what now? Like, oh, you gonna get together once a week and you gonna talk about podcast. You gonna talk about what? Like, what you got? And what I noticed was like once I started getting on the Dirty Trunk podcast and talking about those things, I ain't have no choice but to live those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, all right, you talking about growth. What are you doing to grow?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I know, everybody is growing. Like we not the same people that we were
A year ago.
last year. Like
Mm-hmm.
we not the same people, and we are a lot stronger. We're a lot tougher. We're a lot more in tune with ourselves, especially after the Take Flight episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we did the assessments, man, that was big for us, man. Like, and we can go back and read those right now,
Right.
and we can tell you exactly who we are, which we didn't know at first. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we know what our strengths are, we know what our weaknesses are now, and like that was big for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very big. Marcus is now into he's into his growth, his path, and his development, creating his content, his video games, his I think he's playing around with the names right now for his his digital company. But I'm proud of
Mm-hmm.
everybody, man. Like everybody is coming into their own, um, and we're coming together to help each other grow and push each other to do better things. And that's always what I wanted in a community.
Mm-hmm.
That's always what I wanted. Like I've never wanted anything more than just that.
Right.
So my goal for the new year, because I'm bringing it back around the flower, bringing it back around to that. That's an inside joke for anybody who's a fan of the Dirty Trunk podcast. um, so yeah, my goal to like this year is to publish 3 books. Not sure if that's going to like if like I want to be able to have 3 books in the pre-order section in the pre-order realm of their completion and ready to publish by the end of 2021. Of course, time in between books is a thing. So, but I do have 2 books, 2 novels that are finished being written,
Mm-hmm.
and working on a third one. And I hope to have all 3 of those books up and ready, covers, uh, ISBNs, everything ready to publish, reviews, everything ready to publish
Mm-hmm.
in the year of 2021. Before 2021 is over, and have 6 books written by the end of 2021. That way, I can spend a few years on marketing alone, and just like finish writing the story, and hopefully get out of get out of corporate America to get my time back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long that's going to take. It's like something about you working for 40 years of your life. Once you start going down that road, it's kind of hard to not go down that road and live your life in accordance to just off blind faith alone. It takes a special kind of person to just be like, just up and quit their job and just be like, yes, I'm gonna be an artist. I'm not that. Like I don't have that. I'm not that. I ain't that brave yet. But hopefully one day, especially this year, I hope this year brings us a lot closer to it. Especially with us being jumping into that entrepreneur boat with real estate.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So how did you reflect on 2020 in general?
It sucked. Like it really did.
Yeah,
Um, there was a lot of moments that I had to push myself to figure out how much I could honestly do.
yeah.
I had to learn to say no a few times. Still working on that. Um,
I would like to know to who. We'll talk about that later though.
um, I learned that I need to be kinder to myself.
Mm.
A lot kinder.
You be nice to her now. That's my best friend.
Um, so yeah, it'll be something that I'm working on. Um, and yeah, before I get too emotional.
And, did you learn how to not be so serious about everything?
No, that'll always be me. That'll always be me. You are the goofy one. I am the one that's level headed. You're the dreamer. I'm the one with my feet securely on the ground.
It's funny though, cause like you're like you're cautious when it comes to most things, and then but at the same time, you're like you're not as serious as I am about certain things. It is weird because it's like the things that you're serious about, I'm not, but the things that I'm serious about, you're not. It's so strange because like I'm serious about like I so during the first recording we talked about me being obsessed with leaving corporate America.
Yeah.
And I explained that I like why I'm obsessed with leaving corporate America is because and I'm gonna just go ahead and start over and explain that again because obviously we got cut off on the first time around. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and explain it. But like for the past 6 years now, I've been obsessed with leaving corporate America because I feel like I am giving a lot of time to something that I don't necessarily like. It's something that I don't feel like I'm valued, and I don't feel like it is fulfilling to me. Um, I feel completely drained when I go to work. Just being honest, I don't like my job. I never liked any job that I work for, and I spent a good deal of my life thinking that there was some job out there that would be perfect, and it. I just realized that it was unrealistic to expect that from a place of work, a business that doesn't belong to you. And I'm not trying to like diss anybody's job or anything like that, or just like be pessimistic about jobs or anything like that, because I'm sure that there are jobs out there where people actually love doing.
Mm-hmm.
I hear about people in California all the time doing things that they love to do, and that you look at people in Virginia, they would never see those things as actual jobs or things to actually do. But it's just like a short example. But I feel like if I give 40 hours of my time to a job, then that means that that's 40 hours that I can't be productive. I don't feel productive when I'm at work, and working, and I've never been like a person where I'm like that concerned about money. My main goal is always to just make more money. Like I feel like the lifestyle that I'm going to that I want to live, it's not going to come by me saving money. So I just need to figure out how to make more money. So that's why I'm always obsessing over getting out of corporate America, because I know that the only way to get paid the money that I want to get paid is just by residual income. I can't help the world while I'm working 40 hours a week. I can't give back to communities when I'm working 40 hours a week. And me working 40 hours a week doesn't give me any money to actually do those things that I want to do. So, and me working 40 hours a week, I can't spend time with the people that I can't spend time with the person I want to spend time with. I can't have her around me at any given moment that when I want to. I can't just be at my computer and say whenever I want to spend time with my girlfriend, just turn around and she's there. No, when I want to spend time with my girlfriend, I have to wait until Fridays to spend time with her. And at that point, the week is almost over. My work week is longer than the time I get to spend with my own girlfriend, and I don't like that. And we live together. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like that. I don't enjoy that. That doesn't feel good to me. So when I had to wait for a 4 day work week to pass by, just to give me time to just to see her at the end of her 5 day work week, by the time we actually get the time to spend with each other, I'm only thinking about the fact that I don't have the time to spend with her. Like it, so it doesn't feel good to me, and that's why I'm obsessed over getting out of corporate America. And like one of my goals is always to get out of corporate America. Always have my 40 hours back, because I get so much things that could be done in life, but we are so focused on our jobs that we can't actually focus on the things that we want to do and actually living. And most of
Mm-hmm.
us was going to die with regret if we don't face those things right now, and then we don't do something about it. We like we can't live our lives if we just constantly thinking about work and struggling for money. Like you can't live a life that way.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always obsessing over it. So it's like you look at that as like, well, sometimes I guess it kind of we kind of have a disconnect when it comes to that. And I think this year especially, we have jumped into each other's shoes for most of it, to try to understand each other when where we come from. And I think now we're like, now better than any other time, we're coming to a compromise on that goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, because at one point you were like, when it comes to work, I mean, you were like in there, like ready to work all the time, every single day.
I just like to give my best into whatever I do.
I think there were days that you would work a double if they let you.
12 hours, is it?
I think it was days that you would work a double if they let you. A 10-hour shift, I think there were days where you got to the end of your 10-hour shift and was trying to figure out how can you stay for another 10. I
No.
think there were days where you thought about that. You,
Mm-mm.
you just seemed like like you were just trying to work to the bone, that like at the beginning. Like it was just strange to me, and I never really understood that. And that was always one of our biggest disconnects, that she always wanted to work so much and I never wanted to work. Like that's never been a thing for me. I'm just like, yo, you need to take off. You need to let that go. Like you just let that stress go. Just chill. So yeah, one of my biggest goals, and that would be my goal every year until I get out of corporate America. Man, I'm sorry. Like, for anybody who has a job, I'm not at all bashing your job. But I just don't like mine. It is what it is. I don't like mine. I'm entitled to say that. I think I am. I think I'm entitled to say that. So, we're gonna end this video off by saying that I want to do this every year.
Mm-hmm.
Get together. Well, not us get together. We're already together. But I want to sit down with you guys and just stare at a camera and share our goals with the rest of the world because I'm an influencer and I've been on social media and been on the internet. My face has been everywhere for like the last 10 years. Um, and everywhere meaning it's just a lot of content of me out there. I've never really been in publications or anything like that until now. But I just want to get on camera and and share with you guys what my goals are and reflecting on the rest of the year that just passed and just share that with you guys with my family with my growing family because Alyssa and I do plan on growing old together and then and starting our own family one day and every year I want to get with you guys and have that conversation. Having that conversation is important because you have to know your goals. And I'm not talking about making resolutions right now. No, I'm not talking about resolutions. I'm talking about deep set goals. I'm not saying that you should get up and just say, yeah, I want to lose weight this year. No, you got to put a number on that. You got to put a number on that. If you listen to the Dirty Trunk podcast, you know how important it is to have a number to reach for. Because if you don't have a number to reach for, you have nothing to keep you accountable when it's all said and done. You have nothing to keep you accountable. Because if you say I want to lose weight, then losing 1 pound all of 2021 is losing weight. It is what it is. Always keep the people around you that's going to hold you accountable. I think I said that at the beginning of this, but
End of it.
huh?
End of the last one.
Yeah. Okay. That was the last one. Keep people around you that's going to keep you accountable. I have Alyssa. She's gonna keep me accountable. Um, she's always willing and ready to correct me.
Oh,
Whether she says it out loud or not, she's the silent judger, but
oh, rude.
but she's always willing and ready to keep me in check whenever I need it, especially being the one that looks after the brand for the most part. And I love that about her. And I aspire to have people around me that's going to do the same thing. I don't want yes men around me or people who are going to like look at me and wait for me to give them instructions and directions to do everything. Um, I want people around me that are going to keep me on a higher plane of existence and help me understand that what I'm doing isn't enough, and people who are going to push me to do more. I love that. I love that about my team. But like everybody that I keep in my circle, they always push each other to do more, and I love that. So what I want to do is spread that with all of you guys out there, and I want you guys to be a part of the conversation. Have that tough conversation. Be involved with the things that are happening inside of yourself. Understand what you have going on inside of you, so that you can grow. Um, the goal is to be better than yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So do that. Be better than yesterday and have people around you that's going to support that goal. And I would love to hear from you guys about what you are planning to do in the next year to to make things happen for yourself, to make your goals become a reality, because there are things that we never thought that we were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Moving in together was a fantasy talk at one point. Having a house together was a fantasy talk at one point, and now we are 3 months off from doing that, and you guys are going to be a part of that process too. So I would love to have that conversation going for the new year, guys. Just make sure that you're going into the new year with positivity. I know 2020 has been a hard year. Make sure you go into this new year with positivity, because if you go into it with a negative mindset and you go into it with the same limiting beliefs that you did in 2020, then the same thing is going to happen. Failure, misery, and pain are going to be destined for you. You don't want that for yourself. I don't want that for you. So make sure you're going into 2020 with a very positive attitude. Make sure that you are going into it with optimism and belief that you can have everything that you say that you want. So I want to be a part of that conversation, not the other one. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this. It's been nice. It's been a good year, guys. And thank you for rolling with us. It's been a good year. Um, and I wish the best for all of you. I really do.
Agreed. See you next year.
Nicely said. See you next year.
I'd steal your thunder.